Experts are not born, they're made. Psychologist Benjamin Bloom looked into the childhood of 120 high performers, from artists to mathematicians, sports stars and even neurologists, and he found that there was no early indicators of their success. The common denominator was that high performers had engaged in intensive practice during their formative years. It sounds like the old adage, practice makes perfect, but that's not quite true either. 3 psychologists who looked into the making of an expert found that it was deliberate practice that made perfect. Deliberate practice is engaging intentionally in a task beyond your current competence or comfort. Above all, you need to invest time and effort knowing that the path to the top is full of struggle, sacrifice, and painful self-assessment. To engage in deliberate practice, you need to repeat the same task in a controlled environment over and over, analysing what went well and where you went wrong. Take, for example, a golfer. You can only improve your golf to a certain extent by actually playing golf. The shots are too infrequent and the variables change every time. Instead, golfers go to a driving range where they can hit many balls in a short period of time without changing the situation between each shot. The pros even go to the course and take the same shot from the same place over and over, so they can replicate a real game, but in a repeatable, controlled environment. In more abstract scenarios, like leaders learning business skills, you can still engage in deliberate practice. For example, business students can be presented with real-life scenarios that require action. The outcome of the situation is known, so you can measure the decisions against the real-life example and how that unfolded. It allows developing leaders to make multiple decisions in a short period of time and measure their success. Another important aspect of deliberate practice is deliberate thinking. A pro golfer won't just go up and whack a ball. They'll think about their shot, where they want it to go, how they want the ball to get there. It is almost by definition deliberate. Deliberate thinking is almost one of the most important parts of deliberate practice. A famous violin tutor said, "If you practice with your fingers, no amount is enough. If you practice with your head, 2 hours is plenty." Another aspect of deliberate practice is having a teacher or mentor. Once you reach a certain level, you need to have a teacher or coach who's performed at a high level themselves. This teacher won't just teach you the skills required, they'll also teach you how to teach yourself. Above all, you need resilience. The path to the top is long and full of self-sacrifice and self-assessment. But if you engage in deliberate practice and have the resilience to do it consistently, you'll find out sooner or later that experts are not born, they're made. If you want to become hardier, happier, and more fulfilled by learning about resilience, then subscribe by the button above.